One of the funnest things about photography is the different ideas and techniques that you can use to get different outcomes for your work. From slow shutter, flash photography, and the combination of both slow shutter and flash photography. The options are infinite, and it's why I say to try different styles when starting in photography. Not just for the fun of doing them, but for the knowledge that you'll get while doing these sort of styles. With that being said, today I wanted to try something new by experimenting with color filters and black and white photography.
Yeah, let's go get what we need. Oh, fuck. The friggin' trash left my dumpster right behind me. All right, gotta back up. All right, now let's plug in our phone. We should be good. All right, I just made it to Acme Camera Co. I'm gonna pick up some filters really quick. Just to show you guys. Anyways, I'm gonna go in there and try to find some filters and maybe some extra film, other type of black and white film that maybe I could use. But anyways, let's go see what we can find.
A few minutes later.
All right, you guys, I did go ahead and picked up some filters. I'll show you guys once we get to a location. We need to go ahead and stop at one more store. I need to go to a different camera store to pick up some more film. Just a different kind of black and white, so that way we have other sort of test subjects in regards to film. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and stop at another store to try to get another set of black and white. I know with black and white, it's going to be a little bit easier to find and cheaper, so I'm really excited about that. The options in black and white are they're more abundant and cheaper, so that is definitely a plus.
A few moments later.
All right, okay. Made it back. I did get more film, black and white actually. We're gonna go downtown, try out the yellow filter, because according to my research, I'll talk about maybe here while I struggle for my phone.
Here are a couple things to keep in mind when you're photographing with these filters. Starting with the color yellow. The yellow, of course, will brighten yellow, orange, tans, and pale greens, and darken blues, violets, and deep purples. The orange filter will brighten red, orange, yellow, and pink, while darken the blues, cyans, and deep greens. The red filter will brighten the reds, magentas, pinks, and oranges, while darkening the blues, the greens, and the cyans. The green filter will brighten the green, the limes, the yellow greens, and darken the red, magentas, and oranges. While lastly, the blue filter will brighten the blue, the cyan, and the violets, while darken the reds, the orange, and the yellow. With that being said, some of these colors will be used in certain scenarios. For example, the yellow one, you would want to use it for street photography or any portraits. The reds and orange will be used more in landscapes or architectural photography. The green filter is kind of unique because with this one, you'll want to use it when photographing jungles or really heavy vegetation, just because it will brighten those greens. The blue filter sometimes can be used in a very foggy environment, just because it'll enhance the moodiness of the shot. If you guys wanted to dive a little bit more into the color filters and the filter factors, I did go ahead and leave some really amazing articles from the Darkroom, Analog Wonderland, Petapixel, and of course Wikipedia. You guys can go ahead and check out all of those links in the description down below.
Okay, all right. According to my phone, street photography is the best scenario for the yellow filter. Street and street and portrait photography. So maybe we'll ask for a photo from someone. Maybe. We'll see. We made it here to CD Creek. We're just gonna go ahead and go up the stairs, try to set up a little area where we can go ahead and record sort of the loading of the film. And I'm really excited to go ahead and try this out. It's one of those things that I've been wanting to try and see what I can get, see if there's any sort of cool effects that I like, that I'm like, oh, I really want to try that again, and see what the outcome will be of all of this. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and rotate through most of them here in the downtown area, and then as well do some in another area, do another set in another area, things like that. So anyways, I'm planning to spend maybe an hour here, so we'll see if we can go ahead and get all of these photos. But anyways, let's go. All right, we finally made it to downtown. We are actually at the Maurice Abrivanel Hall. I always have a hard time saying that name, but anyways, is the orchestra area, I think. Anyways, let's go ahead and look at what we're gonna go ahead and photograph, or what we're gonna be using to photograph today. I did want to go ahead and use the XP2 first. Let me bring that out. Okay, put these guys in here, and then we can take a look at that. Oh, I think that was perfect. Okay. I think we should be rolling. Should be good now. We got it. All right, now the filter color that we're gonna choose. I think I know which I'm gonna start with, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's a very big hint on my chest. But we are going to be looking first. I know that I said that I decided to do the yellow one, but you know what? The sky is blue right now, so might as well take advantage of that. And we're gonna be checking out the red filter. That way I can see what the actual changes are going to be. We're gonna be wearing our red shades. And lastly, we're gonna turn this video into a black and white. So anyways, let's go ahead and begin.
After doing some research, I did find a couple of things to consider when using filters. First is the shade of color that you're going to be using. Now, based on where you actually get your filters, your shade may be a little bit different from other people. A lot of the main brands actually use a specific numerical system that will allow you to identify which filter you're using. In 1912, Kodak came up with the retin numbers, if I said that correctly. Now again, if you're using some of the alternative options, I guess cheaper options for these filters, you may not have the same shade of color. A great way to see what kind of filter you have is to look at the side of the filter and you'll see a couple numbers. Now, again, not a lot of these filters will actually have these numbers in there. So if your filter does have it, then it'll make it a little bit easier to look into the other factors. The second thing to consider is the filter factor. Once you know which filter you have, this will make it easier to identify the filter factor. If you look online, you'll see a lot of information on how to determine the filter factor based on the written number. Anyways, that number. I'm just gonna call it the Kodak number. For example, the red filter has a code of 25A. With that, the red color has a much denser coating. Knowing this information, we're gonna go ahead and adjust our settings to compensate for the 3 stops of light. We'll be using the aperture and shutter speed to compensate. For example, if your settings are f8, ISO 400, and your shutter speed is 1/1000, to compensate for those 3 extra stops of light, we'll go ahead and divide the shutter speed 3 times. From 1000 to 500, from 500 to 250, and 250 to 1/125th of a second. That should give me the perfect exposure. For a quick explanation, just consider this. For yellow, you'll compensate 1 stop. For orange, 2 stops. For red, 3 stops. Those are the most common color filters that you'll see.
With like me looking this way, so that way it's like more. I'm gonna have you like right in the middle. We're gonna line. Hold it right there. 1 second. Keep looking that way. Okay. One, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna have you lean back with your hands in your pockets and then bring your foot up. Yeah. Yep, one more. That's it. That was the last one. Finally. Now we're going to go ahead and test out the filters in a portrait environment. I wanted to go ahead and try to stick with one roll that would be the easiest for anyone to actually get. So I went with the Triax 400. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and go through all of the filters, starting with the yellow one, and then I believe ending with the green one. So I might change the sequence, but we'll see. Okay, hold it right there. Cute. Okay. We're actually gonna go green next. Oh, whoa, the green completely turns blue now. Cute. All right.
I'm gonna go red next.
Okay, hold it. 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
We're gonna do orange.
Hold it. Perfect. All right. Orange is done. Lastly, we just have blue. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Actually, it looks really cool through the blue, like your hair. Like, you want to see
All right. So if you want to add more contrast, using the filters is one way to go. Of course, it's not the only way. After 4 rolls of black and white film, I've learned some things. First, you have to be intentional. Know what colors you're photographing, because based on the color filter, you'll get different results. The second thing I've learned is the light being blocked based on the color filter. Using the kodak numbers, you can identify the filter factor and know how much light you need to adjust for. Third and last, the film roll that you choose will provide different results based on the way the roll is manufactured. Some rolls will already have a stronger contrast than others. Again, going back to the photograph with intent, because every choice you make will achieve different results. At the end of the day, all of these rules can be broken. You can photograph red colors with a red filter or the red color with the green filter. It's all based on the outcome you want to accomplish. I had a lot of fun shooting all of these rolls. And I definitely suggest experiencing trying this on your own so you can get more tools on your photography toolbox. Anyways, let's go back to the outro. Well, that is all that I have for you guys here today. Thank you so much for checking out today's video. If you guys learned something today, feel free to go ahead and hit the like button. And as well, let me know what you learned. If you knew all this information, if you have any tips for me as well, feel free to go ahead and leave them in the comments down below. And yeah, let me know what else I could go ahead and try with all these crazy filters. I'd be so game to try something new. I always want to try something different that, you know, hasn't been done before, I guess, in a sense. I mean, I know this has been done, but I wanted to go ahead and do it on my own and just kind of see what I could get based on my skills and abilities. So if you guys have something else for me to do, feel free to go ahead and leave it in the comments below. I do have some ideas coming up. I did go ahead and purchase the new Harman film. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. As well as I did purchase the Harman Phoenix 2. And yeah, we might take it out for some photos and we'll see what we can get. But anyways, if you guys want to go ahead and see those videos, feel free to go ahead and leave it on the comments down below. That is all that I have for you guys here today. Thank you so much for checking out today's video. We will see you guys on the next one. Peace.